Welcome to the Green Living Now podcast. I'm Amy Todisco Hartshorn, and you are at my first podcast, so I'm so excited. I've had this vision since I was really little of a world where humans are living in harmony with nature, where we're not creating pollution and microplastics filling up our oceans, where farming is done the old school way, which we now call organic, versus the toxic synthetic way that's dominating the earth. We don't use more resources than we need. We put back more than we take. We have a respect for nature and we work together instead of plundering all of the resources and using them up quickly in the way that modern life seems to have become. I know that this is possible, and I am hoping that through this podcast and the work that I've been doing for over 30 years, that I can help all of us take steps to being more sustainable, less toxic, and more eco-friendly. The other piece for me is beyond choosing food and non-toxic household products and building products. Those are important, and those are things that we have control over. So that's why I like to focus on those. At the same time, I love embracing holistic health strategies to prevent illness. Some people don't even necessarily make the connection between their exposure to all kinds of toxic chemicals in their food or their household. They don't necessarily think about the fact that those migraines might be being caused by that exposure, or allergies or rashes or gut issues, all kinds of stuff. And in this society, in the US at least, typically people have experiences of symptoms and then they immediately run to the doctor and they say, what can you give me? And so typically, because doctors are trained mostly to prescribe pharmaceuticals or surgery or some other invasive type of procedure, they're not looking at what caused the problem. They're only looking at how to alleviate the symptoms. So I've really wanted to avoid that kind of model, because one of the things I've learned is that in the US, we spend so much money on healthcare, and yet we rank dead last as far as health outcomes, as far as all the wealthiest countries in the world. And that's just outrageous. And there's a lot of reasons why that is the case. But it's not just about personal health. It's about how to live as though we're all connected, because we really are, to live as one, to understand that every living being has as much of a right to be here as we do, and that we can live together in harmony without poisoning each other. This podcast is all about the intersection between our personal well-being and the health of the planet. And you'll hear people who have healed themselves from incredible illnesses and autoimmune diseases and brain traumas and have used green living and holistic strategies to do that. You'll also hear from experts like acupuncturists and herbalists and Chinese medicine experts or green architects, sustainable farmers like my husband Dave, and even a medical doctor who teaches how to eliminate anger, because anger is a toxin. Through all of these stories and ideas, my hope is that you will get actionable ideas and steps that you can take to make your life less toxic, more healthy, more eco-friendly, and holistic, so that we can all flourish together.